Hi guys, welcome back to the Yorkshire Modeller. We now have issue 73 of the Bismarck. You know how in the last video I was moaning that we didn't have a lot to do? Yes, we get a lot to do this week. We do the gear assembly for the second 38cm gun, and we fix the motor that we just put a label on last week. So there is a lot to do in this one. So we take the first thing we do is we take the cog that came with this issue, which is this one just here, and we put it onto the motor that we got with the last issue. Then bringing the whole smorgasbord of wires in from the last issue, we then attach this into this gap. Move that under there. We attach it into this gap just here. Now it will engage. It will engage. There we go, with the cogs that are already there. So once that's fitted, we then take the cover, which I don't think I have a cover. Yes, I do. They hide things. Try and package things well, and they hide them. So we take the cover, fit the motor housing over the motor, use the place that in place like that, and then use the screws from the last issue, which I've got separate here. So I've tried to keep everything as separate as I can, just for the purposes of this video. Obviously, with having a few issues all coming at once, for me it's been interesting because I said a few videos back, I think it was issue 63, that I had 63 to 74 to make. Well, I'm doing 73 now. I've done them all in one night and I am knackered. I've had today off work. It's been a good job I've had today off work. So that's attached there like that. So that's good. That's the all the motors and everything attached for the 4 15cm guns on there. Now, I'm just going to move that out of the way for a minute, but we will need it in a second because we're doing the next set of motors. So with the Anton gun, we did this very, very similar process. And now we're going to do it with Bruno, with the Bruno gun. So I have a pile of plastic. You can actually see it there. I got a pile of plastic. I need to empty the bin. That's what happens when you record all your videos in like 3 hours. Anyway, we're going to take the gear housing 7310, which is this one just here. So on this camera, it's the one that's got, that's the top of the housing. Well, I'm calling it the top. That's the top. That's the one we need. So put it on the table there. And then we take and fit the cog into the large hole as shown. Now, that's the cog that's got the little plus on the underside. And that plus side fits into that hole. Like that. So, that fits in there, like that. Next, we take the large cog and we place it inside there, so its teeth are touching. I'll put that under there actually. So its teeth are touching the other cog just there. And now we take the hub, which is the like white plastic part that doesn't have any teeth attached, and fit it to the centre of the large cog so that the central holes are aligned with the hole in part 7310. So if I put that in there like that, and then stick that in there, so that basically, that's what it should look like when it's all kind of built and done. And then fix the hub and large cog in place with a PB screw, which I think are these ones here. It wouldn't be the really long ones, would it? It might be, you know. Let's have a look. So it's a PB 2x6mm. Yeah, there's two different sizes of screw. There's a 2x6 and there's a 2x4. So the 2x6 are the slightly longer ones. Now in this bag as well, you do have like an axle type pin. So keep all of that to one side there. So we take one of these PB screws, and it's the 2.61. Yep, so now it also says here, note that the edge of the cog 73.5 fits over the rim of cog 73.6, holding it in place. So if I just tighten this up until that's all able to move, so that's good. Good, good. Right, next we take the T-bar, this one just here, and we attach it through that little indented hole just there with the little hooked bit there facing towards the curved part just there. So we put that in there like that, over there, that's it, like that, and then position the peg on the left hand side of the assembly as shown by the arrow. So that peg on that cog, that little peg just there, needs to fit, as I'm doing it, straight towards me. But it says left hand side of the assembly. So then we pop that on there like that. That's good. Fit the shaft into the hole in cog 73.6, so that's into the hole on the small cog. So if I just push that into there like that, I lost it. So now that's on there, that's on, stay on there you little bugger, there we go. So now we've got that bit done. After carefully checking all of the parts are positioned correctly, fit the second part of the gear housing over the gear arrangement as indicated. So this is where we take this bit and we plonk it on the top of there like that. So that should now sit still. Perfect. And then we need 4 of these PB screws that we've already used one of to attach the 4 corners of this together. So that's 1. That's 2. I remember when I did this for the Anton gun and I had to take the whole assembly apart because it wouldn't move. And I did it all off camera and I was cursing all the way through doing it. It took me about an hour to try and sort out what was wrong. And it was that this bit wasn't hooked over the part it needed to be hooked over properly. So I'm fully expecting to have to do the same thing again with this one. But we shall see. So that's that done. Okay, so now I'm going to try and turn that cog if I can. No. Yeah, so it is moving. It is moving. Right, so that's that done. Turn the gear assembly over. So we're on this side now. And take the right support bracket marked with an R. So that's the left. So the R, I don't know whether you'll be able to make it out on that camera, not at all, but that one, if I tilt it up into the light, there you go, the R. And fit it there. So where you've got the little hole there and the 2 little pegs on the side, that'll just fit in like that onto there. Alright. And then fix the support bracket in place with one of these smaller PB screws that we get with this issue. So this is a 2x4mm PB screw, this one. that one done. Turn the gear assembly over and fit the left support in the same way. Right, so that's here. Okay, right. So, take the deck assembly, identify the cog 53.7 on the underside of the deck, which is this one just here. The big one. Beneath the second 38cm gun. The screw holes in the angled sides of the support brackets align with the screw holes in the cog. So that's, I don't know whether you'll be able to make them out on the camera, but I will do my best to show you. So yeah, there you go. So the 2 screw holes on that side and the 2 screw holes on that side line up with the 4 holes at the bottom on there. And that will fit in. So the cable will go straight back. I'm just going to pop that cable under the deck there to hold it in place. And then that will fit on there like that. As you position the gear housing, guide the end of the gear arm, which is that J part there, on the end of the gear arm. 2 pegs on the end of the gear arm snap onto place on the motor housing. Make sure the parts are fully supported whilst doing this. Fix the gear housing in place with 2 screws. Fix the other gear housing in place. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to lift the deck up. I'm going to tilt the gun very, very slightly, or try to tilt the gun very, very slightly. But that's not going to work. So, I'll try and tilt the, that's better. Tilt the gun barrels up a little bit. Tilt up a little bit more. That's it. Lovely. Well done, Bruno. So, if I just snap that into position, like that, go on, nearly. So I want to get my thumb behind it and actually snap it on like that, that way. I'm actually supporting it. I don't like doing this. I'm pushing that gun way too much. That was close, but it's on. So now I can tilt the gun back and I can put my heart back in my chest instead of where it was for a brief moment then. So now we've got 4 screws to attach here. 2 on each side. So these are really simple. They just line up and go straight into the screw holes. One there. Then I'm going to do the opposite side on this side. Sorry, you guys won't be able to see it. Same thing on this side. And then one more on this side. There we go. So that's it done. Completed. The motor for the 4th 15cm gun has been fitted. The gears and elevation control for the 2nd 38cm gun have been assembled and fitted into place. So that is issue 73 done. And snapping that into place to get the motor, the elevation control was daunting. So that now will move up and down. It won't do it now because obviously I've got this attached. But yeah, that's that done. I'll tell you what, I was holding my breath. I was really holding my breath. Next issue 74, we get a motor with a cable supplied with a label. So it's just back to label on a cable with that one. But yeah, that video will be up shortly. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to The Auction Modeller for more weekly model building geekiness. And I will see you in the build for issue 74, hopefully within the next few days, but definitely very shortly. So until then, guys, please remember, happy modelling and stay safe.